Hey guys, Tara here. Welcome back to round 2 of the Classic Car Championship. This time we're going to be the Chinese Grand Prix, a track which has some fast straights which should favour the older cars, especially in C1. But then again, the middle sector at China is full of corners, so that could favour the other cars. So the 2007 Ferrari took pole, with the 2010 Red Bull in second. We managed to get in third, although we were second off the pace. The 2003 Williams in fourth, then the Brawn in the 2008 McLaren, with the 92 Williams and the 96 Williams. The 98 McLaren bottled it a bit with the 95 Ferrari running off the top 10. And then you can see both the 2004 and 2002 Ferraris also bottled it in qualifying, but then again they're starting in 7th and 8th, so they kind of get away with it. But now then, the Williams FW14B seems to be pretty good over one lap, but with the long straights here should favour the 98 McLaren if he can get his act together with its engine power. But now coming straight to the 5 red lights, no waiting for the cars to line up this time. Now then, lights out and away we go. Can we get us off from P3? No, we've gone absolutely nowhere as usual because this car is absolutely horrific in first gear. I'm actually not going to go 3 wide now with some of the C3 cars up in front now. We just managed to go in front there of the 95 Ferrari. I'm going to go side by side now with the 96 Williams Damon Hill's championship winning car. We've got great downforce compared to Williams since we're in a 10-year newer car than it. We're trying to go 3 wide around the outside. Although the C2 cars just haven't quite got the downforce. Actually, now here comes Damon Hill's car, trying to come back just now, but we just easily got the trail on speed as well. And the 98 McLaren's already taken the lead of C2, so just as saying, the Williams could have done something here with the McLaren slowing down the order, but it looks like he's lost it immediately. We really need to try and get past these two cars in front of us as quickly as possible to try and keep in touch with the C1 cars. We're going to go blast right around the outside of the Williams. We're going to go even running outside the McLaren, so I'm going to try and keep it side by side, just going to throw the throttle around the outside of that McLaren. We've got so much more downforce than that McLaren, even though it's only 6 years newer car than what we're in, so he's just got so much better pace as well. I mean, the only disadvantage we have actually is the engine power, because there comes that McLaren. I'm pretty sure that McLaren has a V10 at least in the back of it. Don't know if they actually had V12s in Formula 1 at any point. But either way, then it's going to try and come now run the fast right-hander here. And so it's the 27 Rebel that leads the way, you see, from this nice padding shot with the Brawn in second, the Ferrari down in third. And that McLaren though, it drops so far back, even though it's going to be gaining in the straight line speed, but it's not really going to be gaining enough. And the train actually, they've got the 2004 Ferrari just blast past the 2008 McLaren. You think that 2004 Ferrari, if you don't count the 2017 cars, that Ferrari is the fastest Formula 1 car of all time compared to what we've got now. So that thing should be easily making its way back through the field. But through the corners, that'll be where the McLaren has the advantage, but it's like down the straight here, see how much of a gap that... Yeah, the Ferrari just left the McLaren for dead already, even in this short amount of time as they come now into turn 1, and that's the McLaren definitely behind now. Now we're catching up now to Izumi here, which is the 2002 Ferrari, and that thing hasn't had it didn't have the best race in the world, Australia, but then again neither did the 2004 Ferrari. It was like that thing, the 2002 Ferrari really doesn't have too much good pace compared to at least the 2003 Williams, which is a pretty even car too, as you get purple through the first sector, but then again it's only lap 2 of the race, so going purple here through the first sector isn't really surprised because every car will be doing that. Well, at least the ones in C1, I doubt the 72 Lotus at the back is going to be going purple through any sectors at any point in any of these races to come. We're gaining quite a bit here on the 2002 Ferrari. Got something more down, we're going to try and have a pop now to the inside, but they just go in front of our nose, so just a bit too far, but it seems just proving how much more downforce, even with a 4-year newer car, compared to that 2002 Ferrari, as we come up now into the final sector now of the lap. Now we go green through the second sector, but then that's a pretty good sign because we should be going green through the second sector. And we're gaining now on the back of that 2002 Ferrari through his right-hander, because no matter what car I'm in, I've always been pretty good around that right-hander. Now they're coming now down the start finish straight now. Let's see the same actually. Of course, no DRS in for any of these cars because DRS wasn't around until 2011. Now then, on the run now down into the hairpin now, going to try and make for a dive with this. I know we're gaining, but we're not quite close enough there. Now we're all over the back though of that 2002 Ferrari still. As Aaron Barnes, I'm pretty sure that's the Red Bull driver, puts up the fastest lap of the race. And they're coming now round the final corner now and trying to get a good run here down the start finish straight. We're gaining though on the back of that 2002 Ferrari. Well, we will be gaining down the straight, but that thing just has the acceleration out of the corners because it's just so much faster car. And then coming now in now, it's through turn 1 through the snow section, and the Ferrari's runs that wide. We dive straight on the inside, just proving how much good more downforce we have, even with just a 4-year newer car, how much downforce can even make And now then, coming out of the corner, you're going to be wary here of that Ferrari. That thing's going to have just such raw acceleration with that V10 engine in the back of it. Oh, look how it's going. Actually going to go for a pop now. Back up the inside. I'm going to keep yourself so you can try and outbrake the Ferrari now around the outside of turn 2. And just managed to hold it now around the outside. But now, once again, that Ferrari's going to come back on us now with some good acceleration. I'm trying to look for a way now. Trying to hold it now up the inside. I'm going to try and hold it now right around the outside. How the Ferrari do? The Ferrari has to back out of it. I don't know, actually, we've got yellow flags here up in front, so something gone wrong. One of the leading cars. There's a car smoking away. It looks like a fairly wide car. That's the Brawn. The Brawn's out of the race. 2 races in a row. The Brawn's retiring there. Peter Belousov. I'm pretty sure that's the how you pronounce it, but either way, that's the Brawn out of the race twice in a row now. That thing, honestly, should be one of the contenders for this championship now. And he's out of the race for the 2nd race in a row. That's his championship now, way in Australia. I mean, he needed the miracle in the first place after retiring from Australia, but retiring 2 races in a row, it could be a maximum of 50 points behind it if the 2007 Ferrari wins this race as well. So, yeah, there's no way it's clawing back 50 points. Now, coming down this long straight once again, easily ahead now of that 2002 Ferrari. So, come now into the hairpin, get everything fairly okay through there. Now, if we try and stay about getting out after the Kai Froze, which I think is that 2008 McLaren. Moving a bit further on, we've got a train of cars here now. This is a fight for 2nd place, I think. I'm pretty sure the Red Bulls is completely going to the distance now at this point. You've got the 2000 Ferrari now coming under pressure from the 2003 BMW Williams. Of course, that thing's going to be an absolute monster in a straight line. Not quite as much as the 2004 Ferrari, but definitely not too much slower than it. Through the corners here, it's going to be where the Williams suffers compared to that 2007 Ferrari. And now the corner is where that Williams can use its brutal acceleration. Now you see how much it's gaining here on the 2007 Ferrari. The Ferrari has to go defensive to the inside line. The Williams is going to try and hold it now around the outside line. The Ferrari's going to have to keep it up the inside line, but the Williams now is going to have that good acceleration and on the racing line as well. He's going to try and keep it side by side. But the Ferrari then just have to back out of it. Well, I think the Williams would have just blasted straight past it anyway. Even the Ferrari wanted to keep it up the inside line. And coming through this SS section here, this is going to be where the Ferrari actually can try and keep up with that Williams in front of it. Of course, through the corners, this will be where it has the advantage over that Williams. Now coming out of the middle section, now it's going to be where the Williams just pulls away and instantly pulling away from the 2004. Now you've got the 2004 Ferrari staring down the back of what it would become in 3 years' time. Now it's going to try and make a move on its much slower in terms of real life counterpart, but then again, you know, with the AI in the series, nothing's set in stone. Coming down the straight, can that 2007 Ferrari do anything to try and keep the F2004 in front of it? And it's going to just breeze past it like it's not even there, really. No, it's just got so much more speed, easily over 200 mile an hour. And coming up now into the final corner hairpin, it's got the 2008 McLaren behind it next. And those 2 cars honestly should be fairly evenly matched, but then again, the Ferrari of 2007 wasn't even the best car on the grid, so that's going to pretty much bring more of a gap between the 2 of them. So if it was the 2007 McLaren and the 2008 one, then maybe there wouldn't have been so much of a performance gap, and they can just see us gaining in the background slowly. Now coming now into turn 1, the front going to go for pop inside. It is going to be side by side now. Into turn 1, the McLaren just going to get its way up the inside of the front. The Ferrari tries to look back on the inside, but just hasn't got the grip and the downforce to find a way up the inside of the car, which is pretty much near enough the same car as it. Now they're out of the corner, and the McLaren's actually pulling away. And to be fair, it's actually not lost too much time to the 2004 Ferrari. Now moving a bit further on, the McLaren's still fairly close actually to that F2004 in front of it. And coming through the middle section here, you see it's gaining on that Ferrari, so maybe the Ferrari with its lesser downforce is actually using up its tyres a bit more, because all these cars, except the Brawn and the Red Bull, are on groove tyres. Well, the ones in C1 anyway. I don't know what about the slower cars, but C1's really all that matters now. They're coming up now to lap the 72 Lotus, and you know that thing really doesn't like to get out of the way. And see, it's holding up the 2004 Ferrari so much that the Ferrari's losing so much time here to the car in front of it, which I think is the Red Bull. So this is the fight for 2nd place, I think. No, it's going to be a drag race now down the straight, but of course if you give a drag race, that's going to be an easy win for the 2004 Ferrari, hands down, every single time. Now they're coming down now into the hairpin, looking now we've got the 2007 Ferrari, and then we put all that also on the Lotus, almost scaring the Lotus off of the track, because that thing is just so slow, even compared to our car of 2006 in this Renault, which isn't the fastest thing in the world either. And they're coming up now into the final corner. We're still gaining on the back of that Ferrari. So I don't know if that Ferrari's got some kind of car issue, or it's just not working here at China, because it's slowly dropping back, but it's not dropping back dramatically. So I don't think it's really got an issue. I think it's just maybe just use its tyres too much, trying to defend from that Williams early on. And including now through turn 1, we're getting on the back of that Ferrari, trying to look for way outside, pretty much being held up here. But I think that's the 76 McLaren, James Hunt's McLaren. You know, James Hunt, he really doesn't want to get out of the way, if that was him driving it anyway. And all of that now, we're almost pushing the Ferrari through the corner, side by side with the Ferrari going 3 wide either side now. Other 76 McLaren keeping side by side, but the Ferrari still keeping now up the inside. We have to leave the space up the inside line. Have to go wide here, leave that Ferrari space to try and come up the inside. A little bit running the cabin, but we managed to clear though the 2007 Ferrari. Now coming up now through the S section here. This would be where we try and pull away from the Ferrari, but then that Ferrari would just have more downforce than us, but it overcooked its tyres or whatever it's done. It's going to be pretty difficult now, remaining 7 laps, because we're at the halfway point now of the race, and if the Ferrari's dropping back like this, then its tyres may well be bowled at the end, because we don't have to make any stops in these races. So we're already pulling away from the 2007 Ferrari, so either way it's having some kind of issues, whatever's happening with it. But now moving on to lap 9, 2 laps further on, coming up to start almost of lap 10. We've now caught up to the back of the 2008 McLaren, so we're finding some good pace in the final few laps of this race. In this Renault should be a slower car than the McLaren, but maybe the McLaren's used up his tyres as well. We actually go green there, nearly 3 times faster than the first lap, so we're still finding time. Of course, with these tyres, they really don't wear out whatsoever. As we're coming now through time, we can try and go for a move up the inside of the McLaren, side by side. McLaren just force away there up the inside, pretty much wheel banging their wheel to sidebar contact. We have to leave the space up the inside though through turn 2 in case I want to try and make a move back up our inside. But now can we try and pull away though from that McLaren? And now that McLaren's going to come out, he's going to have better downforce because it's a 2-year newer car. And we're going to try and keep it now side by side, holding out up the inside line. We have to go defensive. And we're going to leave the McLaren space now around the outside line. Defensive here, T-San and McLaren's just going to break out and making, which giving us a bit of a bash there. It's pretty much getting a bit of revenge on us, but now we can try holding out right at the outside of that McLaren. He's got so much more confidence there around the outside. I don't know what it is, because we should be a much slower car around the outside, but I don't know what it is, just our setup that we're running. It pretty much just works through that sector. Now moving a bit further on, looking at a battle further back, we're still one of the McLarens. I think that's the 88 McLaren. Oh no. It's being held up here massively here by the 76 McLaren, so the McLaren inter McLaren rivalry here, even though these cars are in 2 completely different classes. That 76 McLaren just could not care less, honestly, about getting out of the way of the car in front of it. Now the McLaren, the 88 one, puts a lap on the 76 McLaren, although that's cost you a load of time. I don't think that's going to make any difference here for the 88 McLaren, because as you can see, it's in an absolute no man's land of its own. Moving a bit further on now, looking up front now at the 2003 Williams, which I think is the car in 2nd place, I think. Anyway, it's on the podium regardless. I'm going to have to pull a lap now on one of the cars and smashes into the back of it. It completely rams it to the back of this 78 Lotus. I mean, the Lotus was just weaving all over the racing line. I think this is also the final lap of the race, so can the Williams just hold on for this final lap? And let's see, it's lost pretty much half of its front wing. Can't see the cars behind him. Here's the 2004 Ferrari, which is the car behind the Williams, and there's ourselves as well. We've actually got a bit of a battle here further back now. The 2007 Ferrari finally coming back into things now, because gaining on the back of the 2008 McLaren, which really dropped off the back of us ever since we got past it. So I don't know if it used too much engine power or something. Maybe it's in fuel saving mode. I don't know what it is, but the 2007 Ferrari now is all over the back of it. And engine wise, I think they have the same spec engine. Of course, they've got different engines, Mercedes and Ferrari, but I don't know when the engine freeze happened on the V8 engines, which are in the back of all of these cars. Well, in the back of these two anyway, at least. So I think they may have really the same spec, so there's not going to be too much difference between the two of them. Now they're coming out of the corner. Can Kimi Raikkonen's championship-winning Ferrari try and get past Lewis Hamilton's first championship-winning McLaren? And now he's going to pull to the inside now. We're going to be side by side, going to be driving down this straight. This Ferrari has so much more straight line of speed, so maybe that lesser downforce coming in. He's got lower drag. Going to be side by side now. Down now into the head. Can the Ferrari try and keep up the inside? McLaren's going to try to hold it around the outside, but the Ferrari just managed to even clear it even before the hairpin. Then moved back into the racing line. And surely now there's going to be nothing that the McLaren can do. As they're coming up now into the final corner. And coming up now to the finish line. It looks like it's going to be the 2010 Ferrari, which just holds on from McLaren in a pretty close fight towards the end of the race. Taking a look at the end results, and the 2010 Red Bull would take a dominant victory, 15.5 seconds clear of the 2003 Williams, with the 2004 Ferrari running off the podium. We come home in a pretty respectable P4, given we're in the slowest car in C1, with the 2007 Ferrari in 5th, the McLaren in 6th, and in 7th place was the 2002 Ferrari, and with the 98 McLaren taking honours in C2 and quite some way ahead in the end of the 92 Williams, with the 96 Williams rounding off the top 10. The 95 Ferrari comes home in 11th, and 12th place goes to the 88 McLaren. And then taking on his in C3 would be the 82 McLaren, with the 79 Ferrari in 14th, and the 78 Lotus, which surprisingly didn't get any damage from that whack from the back of the Williams on the final lap of the race. Then you have the 76 Ferrari, 72 Lotus, but actually beat the 76 McLaren in the end. I know the 76 McLaren is slow, I didn't think it was that slow though. Then the 91 McLaren and the Brawn both retired from the Grand Prix. Finally moving on to the point standings, and it's the Red Bull that now takes the lead on 43 points, 2 points clear of the 2007 Ferrari, with the Williams a further 3 points back in third. We're in fourth on 34 points, 1 point clear of the 2004 Ferrari, with the 2008 McLaren in sixth, and the 2002 Ferrari in seventh, with the 98 McLaren leading in C2, and then down in 12th place in C3. The leader is currently the 76 Ferrari, so not even the fastest car in the class, which is currently leading. And then all the way down in last place is the Brawn, only on 3 points, 40 points behind the leader. If that thing even beats any, if that car doesn't come last in C1 by the end, honestly I'll be amazed at that. But the Williams in 15th finally, properly though, gets off the mark. So if you enjoyed the second round of the Classic Car Championship, definitely leave a like on this video, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the future videos. And check me out on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, they'll be linked down in the description below. So thanks for watching, I'll see you all next time.